Greetings everyone, my name is Kris, and in today's video we're going to be covering online arbitrage for Amazon, and more specifically 4 strategies I use to pick items to sell on Amazon for online arbitrage. Now, as always, I'm going to be giving you guys some items in the description below that you can use to sell yourself. Be sure to turn on those post notifications to make sure you guys are getting these items early. They could go out of stock, or the item could become saturated itself. So be sure, turn on those post notifications so you guys can get those items quickly. Now, I'm going to be covering 4 strategies I personally use for picking online arbitrage items. As you guys can see, my results are right here for last week. Really good. Now it's just a matter of scaling. So let's go ahead and dig into these. And I'm also going to be giving away one bonus tip at the end of the video. So the very first thing I'm going to say is, and this is probably the most obvious one on my list, is you need to learn how to read Keepa Charts. Now, what Keepa is, it's an extension that you can add on your Chrome browser to analyze Amazon listings. And what this will do is it'll pop up every single Amazon listing anytime you click on one, and it's going to show you 3 things. It's going to show you the sales rank, which it shows you sales rank over the last 90 days, as opposed to just the sales rank at the bottom of the listing, which is only that day's listing. So for example, if you're trying to source a textbook in January, that listing's ranking, meaning how fast it sells, is going to be very skewed compared to that listing's ranking maybe in February. So this is just time sensitive information that you need to figure out. And then number 2 is it's going to show you number of competing offers. So when you see something escalate really highly, that means that you probably want to stay away from it, because the amount of sellers entering the marketplace could be exceeding the demand, causing the price to go down. And then lastly, the thing that Keepa Graph shows you is past trends. So you can see all the sales in the past year, and you can just see how many sales you're going to be able to capture. Now, number 2 on my list of 4 strategies for picking profitable online arbitrage items is having an ROI of at least 45%. Now, the reason for this is, unlike private labeling and online arbitrage, where there's unlike private label and wholesale, there are no restrictions with how low the price can go. In wholesale, there's a thing called map pricing, preventing an item to racing to the bottom. Now, private label, you own the listing, so no one will be hopping on decreasing your price. So this is something you need to be aware of in online arbitrage, and that 45% ROI will give you that cushion just in case that happens. That way you don't lose any money. The third thing is smaller stores and gated items are the best place to source things from. Now, if you're just trying to source things from Target, toys from Target and Walmart, you're in for a long road, because these items will either go out of stock very quickly, or the marketplace will be flooded with them. Sometimes both happens. If you're going in gated categories such as musical instruments, groceries, serums, etc., there's more barriers of entries. Not everyone can sell in those. So either try and get ungated. You can submit invoices, letters of authorization. Sometimes you can get automatically approved. Also smaller websites, because if you just go through, sometimes I like to go to page 3 of Google. Another thing you can do is maybe go through your spam or your old emails of places you've shopped and kind of go through, and if you see any smaller ones, that's a great place to start, because I guarantee every single website will have several items to sell that will sell on Amazon. And then lastly, of my 4 points of strategy is don't compete against Amazon. If Amazon controls the listing, they're going to be able to lower the price and to where they can still make profit and you won't be able to. Now, the only time I would ever go against Amazon is if I look on the Keepa chart and I see that Amazon has been on back order sometime in the past. And the way you can see this is if they're the dashed lines. If you look at the new price, it's a solid line. But if there's a dash there, that means that the item has been on back order. So that means the next item up, you would capture the sales. Okay, so those were my 4 strategies. Now the bonus one is I'm going to cover how many of an item you should buy and just what the strategy is going into that. So if you look at this listing right here, This listing sells 135 a month. Now, if we look at the number of competing offers, there are 2, and if you wanted to be the third one, that would make 3. Now, since there are 3 offers, now we're not looking at anything that is not new and that is not FBA/prime. We're only looking at prime listings. We're not looking at merchant fulfilled. That means that 135 divided by 3 people on the buy box is 40 sales per month, meaning that assuming no other sellers enter or leave the market, you will be capturing 40 sales per month. Now, this is a great way to go into an item that you know you want to source, because it will allow you to know how many of each item you want to buy. So do you want to buy 1 month, 2 months, 2 weeks? Me personally, I never buy more than 1 month's worth of inventory, because in online arbitrage, things can change very quickly. You don't know if there's a blog somewhere that posts this item on a website, and then everyone, maybe some sellers jump in on it, and then the market becomes flooded. You don't know if the demand will change. You just don't know. So I like to only purchase 2 weeks to 4 weeks worth of inventory at a time. So guys, in short, those are the 5 strategies I use for picking items and how I pick the number of items I use. If you guys found this content useful, or if you have any comments, you want to say how you liked the video, please let me know, and I will see you in the next video.